Godfather. We're back here again for episode 5 of She-Hulk. This show getting so awful, it's starting to give me a headache, At how horrendously bad it is. It's like they purposely go out of their way to do this. Seriously, they purposely go out of their way to make this the worst MCU show ever. Let me jump into this before my headache gets worse. So a bunch of stuff happened last time with the dating app and all of these nonsense and, She-Hulk wanting to get banged and all of that happened. I covered all of that in the last video. But at the end of it, turns out that Titania has decided to trademark the name She-Hulk for some line of horrendous beauty products that she's promoting on TV, on billboards, all over the flicking place, right? And Jennifer, aka She-Hulk, is angry about it, but trying to pretend that she isn't angry about it. And then her boss tells her that, needs to deal with this because this is a problem and nobody's going to come to a firm that can't control it. There used to be a time when a superhero name used to mean something. It was a symbol that used to bring comfort to you, drive fear into you if you are a criminal. It was something to be inspired about. When people hear Hulk, they run. When people hear Captain America, they're hopeful. When people hear, Thor, they look to the skies to see lightning. When people hear the name Superman, hope springs to mind. People hear the name Batman, they run for the hills because, as they're a criminal, you get as far away from Gotham as possible and hope he doesn't track you down. The name used to mean something. Not in this god-awful show anymore. Now it's become a trademark joke where they just use it for a puff piece, for a dotish episode that does nothing at all. So, her boss assigns Mallory Book to represent her. And I must say, I really do like Renee Elise Goldsberry in this thing as playing Mallory Book. I thought she was she's very attractive, beautiful, stylish. She acts like a lawyer, supposed to, no nonsense kind of thing. I actually kind of like that. But give it time, I'll tell you why that was ruined shortly. While all of this nonsense is going on, Jen's assistant and friend Nikki, who I have never seen work. I have literally never seen Nikki do any kind of work whatsoever in this entire show. She's always on her phone and always chatting with Jen and always, trying to act like she's some it girl or something. But I've never seen her work. She and Pug, who at this point I'm suspicious about, but I really don't even care anymore, they have this ridiculous interaction about needing some favor because he collects sneakers or something like that, and she wants him to help her get introduced to this person who makes outfits for superheroes, and she wants to meet this person, and they're all, yeah, okay, I'm kind of bumped and all kind of, and you're like, oh my God, are you people just so freaking annoying in everything you do? Everything. You sung weird, you look stupid. It just boggles the mind how stupid this is. So anyway, they decide to take Titania to court because God forbid anything else gets settled with actual superheroing. They take her to court and they decide to counter sue because they want to prove that She-Hulk, despite Jennifer Walters not officially taking the name was given to her, and she's gone with it and she has run with it, and Titania is just using the name to prop up her really ridiculous line of beauty products. And for some ungodly reason, every Titania's outfit seemed to look worse and worse. I don't know what she's going for, if it's some kind of look at me or look how badly I dress kind of thing. It's flamboyant to the point that it's just unhealthy and disturbing looking. And speaking of disturbing looking, Titania and Nikki have some of the worst eye makeup I have ever seen. I don't know if there's some kind of like, style to it or something, but it just looks like they're just it's bright and flamboyant, and the more you look at it, the more you just want to look away. Just to tell you how terrible it is. Nonsense whatsoever. So apparently, Nikki and Pug end up going to see this person who makes outfits for superheroes, some Luke Jacobson, and they have to portray him as this black man with a rash who's all flamboyant and hello, I only make flamboyant outfits, I'm a genius, no one can ever tell me anything. Because all fashion designers need to act like that. None of them can't ever just be actual people, right? So they go there and convince him to make do the thing, and then Nikki takes She-Hulk there, he sees her and he's all all kind of thing, but they end up convincing him to make some outfit that we will never see, because that's apparently some subplot to this other ridiculous mess that's going on in here. Back at the office now, Jennifer gets to find out that one of the guys she went on this date with, some Todd fella, is also a client at the law firm that she works at, and then she realizes that the best way to prove that she had trademarked the name She-Hulk is because she set up a dating app for She-Hulk. So she's going to parade all the loser men who she went on dates with through the court, and she does, and each one of them goes up onto the stand and talks about how she was needy and clingy and referred to herself in the third person. And then when we finally do get to the doctor, who she pretty much misrepresented herself as She-Hulk just so she could bang the man. When we do get to him, he's about how he likes She-Hulk, but he don't really like Jen, and that's the thing about it. So basically, a bit of body shaming, a bit of let's talk about shit we don't know about, a bit of let's downgrade the woman on the stand. Everything this show says it's not supposed to be about, it's about. So after we go through that ridiculous waste of time listening to all these men talk about what an awful person She-Hulk, and by extension Jennifer Walters, is, she ends up winning the case, you understand me? And then Titania is all, this is not over, you're gonna be sorry, and then leaves. And then one of the guys who She-Hulk went on the date with tries to pick up Titania, and she's all fine, good, buy me things, and you're like, oh god. So after the court case is over now, Jennifer and Mallory go out for a drink, and then of course, as I said, and remember I said earlier that I really like Mallory and how they portray that. No, they have to kill that, because they go to the bar and they're talking about, they have to spend at least a good 2 minutes talking, bashing men, because that's what this show needs to be about, bashing men. Oh, and before I forget to mention, the CGI is once again freaking horrible. Absolutely horrible. It gets worse with every episode, and the CGI is just terrible. And that's all she wrote. After that, now she goes back to get the outfits that this Luke Jacobson person made. We never get to see the outfits because he's handing it to her while she's behind a screen, something. We never get to see the outfits. And then, just to cap it off, he picks up a box and moves it out of the way, and inside the box we see Daredevil's yellow helmet, and you think to yourself, okay, Daredevil, and then you remember, oh wait, this is She-Hulk. Once again, this episode did absolutely nothing for anything. Another waste of time. My final rating for this episode is a half out of 5. It in no way does anything for anything. At this point, I have come to the realization that the people writing the She-Hulk scripts or whatever have to have some kind of mental disorder, because it's like they go out of their way to put the most meticulous moronic crap down, film it, and then act like you're supposed to love it. What in God's name was this episode about? Titania trying to trademark a name, a superhero name, and some crap about she buying an outfit, and then we get this, then we throw in, Nikki and Pug acting like moronic children. Nothing about it makes any kind of freaking sense at all. Nothing makes sense. It's so easy to tell when it comes to this show that this entire series was written by a bunch of lonely, angry women in their late 30s who just enjoy bashing men. That's it. It gets worse with each episode, and no wonder it just keeps dropping down the ratings. And right now, I think the ratings are so bad it's not even funny. And that's all there was to episode 5 of this. 4 more episodes to go, and hopefully by then I could get some aspirin. If you like the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, ring the notification bell, be notified every time I put out a new video, and I shall see you all next time. Take care.